Good Tuesday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majewski back with you here in the North Georgia Majewski Studios with your Talking Live forecast update here on your January the 20th, 2026. Well, there's a lot of chatter going on out there in social media world and all over media right now in general on what could potentially be an historic, and I don't use that word lightly, an historic winter storm that could be hitting East Tennessee and North Georgia for this upcoming weekend. There's a lot of question marks out there, so we're going to dive into all the details here on this update and give you everything you need to know so you can prepare for what potentially could be one of the worst winter storms we've seen in these parts in a very long time. Now, before we get rolling here on the Talking Live broadcast channel, if you're new here on Facebook, please give us a follow. And if you're watching over on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're alerted on these future weather updates. All right, let's go take a live look there in Chattanooga. We got plenty of sunshine out there. Looking very nice outside for today, although a touch on the cool side, as well as over toward Lake Chatuge, and looking a little dry on the lake right there, but we are going to be bringing some precipitation in at the wrong time, mind you. But it is a gorgeous day out there across the lake, looking very nice. Just a few high clouds in the area. Now, looking at our local radar, we're pretty much clear for the most part, looking pretty good across the region. And we are looking at a lot of sunshine, a few high clouds down across to the south, but otherwise, we're looking pretty good here across our area. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this. We're going to look at the latest American GFS model here as the European's still chewing. So I'm going to show you the GFS, and it's looking pretty substantial. So here's the current conditions right now. As you can see, high pressure over there. We got plenty of cold air. Ground temperatures are plenty cold. One thing's for sure, once that winter precipitation starts, it's not going to take long for it to become problematic all across East Tennessee and North Georgia. All right, so here goes the latest and greatest American GFS model here, hot off the presses, okay? So what I want you to keep a watchful eye on here is up here across the north there. That's where my timestamp is, if you kind of see that. Sorry about that. And that is the timestamp. Watch that very closely as we go through this period, all right? So right now we got a weak system coming out here for Wednesday, coming in late Wednesday. So we're going to see increasing clouds for tomorrow. Could see some showers Wednesday night. And it should be down to about nothing on Thursday morning. So we're looking pretty good there as that gets on out here. All right, now we're going to Friday. We're at Friday, 7 o'clock. The storm starts gathering. All right, start seeing this. Now I want to point this out to you. The blue is snow. The orange is sleet. And the pink, that is freezing rain. That's the stuff you darn sure don't want to be involved in. All right, so this comes on in. This starts, I want you to pay attention to the time frame on this, all right? 4 o'clock on Saturday. This is going to be a prolonged event, folks. This is not a hit and run type thing. This is going to last a little while. All right, so it starts 4 o'clock in the morning, and a lot of North Georgia and East Tennessee are under snow. All right, there we are. We're 12 hours later, and we're still snowing on Saturday. This is as of the last American run here. And 1 o'clock in the morning, well, we still got snow out there on Sunday. Still going. 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday, still snowing. Finally, 4 o'clock in the morning on Monday, starts shifting down to the south. Starts clearing. Look where the snow is going. Even down into the south, going into Georgia, Alabama, all the way to the coastal area as a bitterly cold shot of some cold air comes in here. This is part of the polar vortex swimming in behind this system as we go in toward Tuesday. And Tuesday is going to be really, really cold, especially if we got a snow on the ground. Look where that snow is, southeast Georgia and along the coast. Again, this is still a week away for those guys. I don't know if this will happen to this solution, but this is what the American GFS is following. All right, so this is going on through. Now, as far as potential snow, because I want to make this point very clear. I'm not saying this is a forecast just yet, but the snow track right now, based off the latest guidance and all the stuff, is dumping basically a path of a foot of snow that would basically stretch from Virginia, North Carolina, all the way back through East Tennessee, back over to Oklahoma, Texas, and then coming all the way back at us. All right. Now, we're still too far out for me to call that and say that's what's going to happen. I'm just showing you that we're in that snow path. This is a better solution for North Georgia because the European model is got the snow further north and keeps a lot of freezing rain in the solution for North Georgia. So we have some uncertainty. We've got two boundaries that are bumping into each other. An Arctic boundary bumping into the warmer air to the south. And of course, the cold air is heavier and it's lifting this mechanism up. It's a huge, what we call synoptic event. Fancy word for saying it's a big event. And this cold air mass is rubbing up against that warmer one, and it takes several days for this to go through. This is something, I'll be honest with you, I can never recall seeing in all the times I've been forecasting here. So this is very unprecedented. So let's go and look at our forecast maps. It's going to take a look through this. Again, this is from our friends from the National Weather Service. Wednesday, we're looking pretty good there. We're going to watch increasing clouds. We got a little rain coming in Wednesday night, going into Thursday there, and won't amount to a whole lot there. Thursday's fine. Friday, we start watching this Arctic air come dumping down. Big high. Let me get back on that one. On Friday, there's our high, big Arctic high pressure system there. It's charging on south, and we're getting this big mix down here to watch over several days. Oops. Get back over that. Sorry about that. All right. So, again, going to Saturday, everything starts to come to fruition. There's that big highs up there and all that moisture's in there. Sunday, now they're going a little fast, potentially. It all depends on the new data is just now coming in here. So this might linger into Monday morning. We'll see. So these two maps here, Sunday and Monday, could change a little bit. But it's going to be brutally cold Monday and Tuesday with a high pressure control and a nice snowpack on the ground. All right? So let's go look at your forecast. So we got here for tomorrow, increasing clouds, 52-24, cold day. Overnight lows, again, another cold night, clear skies, calm winds. We'll see temperatures mostly in the 20s. Here for overnight lows, daytime highs tomorrow, a little milder, briefly. This is your brief warm-up here. Low 50s with increasing clouds, south wind at 5 to 20. Regionally looking like this, got some rains back off toward the west there in Memphis and Jackson. Columbus at 58, 54 in Columbia, 50 in Charlotte, and 67, the warm spot down in Jacksonville. Next 7 days, best I can do for right now. I want to keep them mild into Thursday. And then we got the rain coming in on Friday and then going over to snow going into Saturday. And some of that snow could be heavy at times on Saturday, especially in the Chattanooga, Northwest Georgia area. And that snow right now, I've got it ending on Sunday late, but this, depending on what the European and the GF does, there's a potential that this could linger even into Monday morning. So right now, I'm going to leave the next 4 days alone. I'm not going to worry about that, but 33.15 on Monday. And look at the low I got there on Thursday, 29 and 9. And that could be colder than that because we got a nice cold air mass and we're going to have a snowpack on the ground. So really cold there on Tuesday here across the area. So again, we got a lot of time. The one good thing about this particular event, because it's so big and all the models are in pretty good agreement and everything, we're getting a lot of time to prepare for it. So, and LAS does a lot of places. So you've got time to do what you got to do to get yourself prepared for this event. Now, hopefully, Chattanooga, you guys up there, I think stays predominantly snow, so maybe the power problems won't be a problem. North Georgia might be a different story with the European model suggesting more freezing rain potential. And the freezing rain potential was kicking out this morning across parts of North Georgia was 2 inches plus of ice, which would be terrible. That would knock out power for everybody. So all I can tell you is get yourself prepared and get prepared for a long duration event. Okay, this is going to start Saturday, won't get done until Monday. The entire weekend, gone. Then you got cold air that's going to linger into next week, so all the roads are going to ice up and stay iced up. So I'm going to go on a bet here that next week, schools will probably close for at least half the week. At least half. Maybe longer if it's worse, depending on where you're at. But this is truly looking like an historic storm. And again, I'm the type of person that doesn't play the hype game. I've been doing this a long time. I've talked with other weather colleagues, and we're all beginning to agree that this is going to be something to watch. Nobody wants to go completely gung-ho with it yet because we are still technically 4 days out. But the generality or the consensus with the computer models is something that is blowing our minds, that all the global models are showing this. Tomorrow we'll get into the intermediate run models to be able to grab onto this to kind of fine-tune the forecast and make it a little better. So please get yourself prepared for what could be a historic storm for this weekend. Keep your family safe and be ready to have cabin fever for a little while for a few days. All right, that's y'all's weather update. Again, appreciate you guys checking us out here on the Talking Live broadcast channel. Please give us a follow over on Facebook and on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, and very important, hit that notification bell so you get those alerts when we do these weather updates. All right, that's it for now. You guys take it easy. Be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow on the next update, and we'll see what changes may come our way. You guys take it easy. Bye-bye.